This is called Rock the Block. And that's exactly what you have here, blocks. Blocks of color. But boy, you won't believe how simple this one is. Now, the most important line on this garment is here. So what I want you to do is to draw this on your pattern, on your patternies, and hold it up to yourself. Well, where are you going to start? I would use the dolman overlay, this line right here, as a guide. You might want it higher, you might want it lower. Where you don't want it on your body is right across your bust. Either lower or higher, but not right across your bust, okay? So this is what it looks like after you've drawn this on your pattern. You're going to take your pattern, you're going to hold it up to yourself like this in a mirror and go, that's good. Then you're going to draw the lines the way I have. So this is really simple. So this is the first line is straight down the center of your pattern. This line is the line you're going to use to high or low. And then this line is just an angle line. Totally up to you, but I've given you the dimensions on the PDF, exactly how we did this, okay? Now this looks really hard because it looks like you're going to piece all this together. You're not. You're going to glue all this together. That's the fun part. Okay, so I'm going to cut out my fabric, and this is my fabric. I'm going to draw those lines with chalk or something on your garment itself. Now this is your master pattern, so I know it fits. So I'm not going to cut it up, believe it or not. I'm going to glue it. So I'm going to take this piece, and what I have done is I have sewn strips on here just so this shows up a little bit better. This is not something you would do, but it's kind of cute as it is, but this is not something that you would do. These would just be the lines that I have drawn on there. All right, we're still one whole piece, okay? So then I'm going to cut out this piece out of fabric, different color fabric. This is the black, but this would be a different color fabric. This is a different print in a different direction, and this is a different print. So I have 3 different prints here, and then I did the sleeve out of the print that's up here at the top. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So the very first thing that I have is this angle piece, and I am going to glue this on my fabric with a fabric glue stick. Now I hear ladies talking all the time, oh, I can use Elmer's, that's cheap. But your sewing machine wasn't cheap. So buy a glue stick that says fabric glue stick, not for paper, fabric glue stick. And you're just going to glue this in place, all right? You're just going to glue it so it stays here. No pins. We don't want any pins because we don't want this to shift. This is a print, as you can see, and this print is going to go, hold on, I have to figure out which way this goes. It goes over here. So can you see this print and this print? They're just 2 different prints, all right? And then I'm going to take this wonderful piece and I'm going to put it down here. Is this cute or what? Isn't it cute? Now all this is glued down with the fabric glue stick. So when I did these sleeves, I would do a striped sleeve and I would do a black sleeve, just like you see on the dress form right here, all right? Now this is ribbon. I love ribbon, and you can use whatever ribbon you want to use. And what I'm going to suggest that you do is to buy 1/2 inch wide ribbon. And what you're going to do is you're going to put Steam-A-Seam. And the Steam-A-Seam that I use is called Steam-A-Seam Light. So you're going to put Steam-A-Seam Light on the back of this ribbon, all right? You're going to pull off the paper, and you're going to cover the raw edge. Well, is that simple or what? And then you're going to cover this raw edge. Wait a minute, let me get this other little piece. You're going to cover this raw edge. Not hard yet, is it? And then you are going to, whoops, wait a minute, I have to go all the way across with this one. Sorry. So I'm going all the way across with this one. I'm going at an angle with this one. And then all I have to do is go straight down the center like this. Now all this is glued on with Steam-A-Seam. So you're going to press it in place. What did it just do? it covered your raw edges. You just covered your raw edges. Take it to your sewing machine. All this is glued. Take it to your sewing machine and stitch on the ribbon. Now the ribbon came like this, but I used it so that you could see you would stitch on the ribbon. When you stitch on the ribbon, it holds this raw edge in place, this raw edge in place, and this raw edge in place. I haven't pieced anything together yet, have I? That's it. That's all it takes. Then you're going to sew the front to the back, scoop out the neck, and finish your shirt. That's it. Now, one more thing I like to do. This is fun to put buttons. And you can see that I have buttons. Let me hold this up a little bit. I can have buttons at an angle. Are you going to sew those buttons on? If you'd like to, you can sew them on. I glued them on. They don't button anything, so I glued them on with E6000. That's a liquid glue that is permanent, and you can rock the block.